Have you ever wondered what the signs are that a narcissist is actually losing control? Well, by the end of this video, you're going to know exactly what those signs are so that you will be tipped off. So you'll know, hey, I think this narcissist is actually starting to lose control. Hi, I'm Rebecca Zung, top 1% attorney and the best-selling author of the books Negotiate Like You Matter and Breaking Free, a Step-by-Step Divorce Guide. And I've helped thousands of people just like you who've lived with narcissists, who've lived with the drama, the trauma, the chaos, and I've helped them step into lives of freedom, possibility, and purpose. And I do the same thing for you right here on this channel and in these videos. So make sure, if you haven't already, that you hit that subscribe button, you hit that notification bell, and that way you'll get notified every time I upload brand new content just for you. So you're dealing with a narcissist and they're crazy and they drive you absolutely insane. But when you're dealing with a narcissist, they seemingly always are in control, or at least they want to have control over you. So they do all sorts of things to maintain that control over you, because control is a form of supply that they get. When they are controlling you, they get narcissistic supply. What is supply, you ask? I'm going to direct you to a video I did on Narcissism 101. I talked all about narcissistic supply, but basically what I want you to understand is that narcissists have no inner sense of value. They were traumatized at some point when they were young, when they were children, and I've also read things that it could have come from even overindulgence, but most of the time it comes from trauma or neglect or something that happened that caused them to have little to zero self-worth, so they have no inner sense of value. I've often said they're like the hollow chocolate Easter bunny that looks good on the outside, but there's nothing going on the inside. And as a result of that, they feel that the world is not a safe place. So they're not trusting, and they feel that they have to manipulate every single situation. So they live off of something we call supply. And supply is anything that feeds their ego. It feeds their external sense of value. So supply can be, money and big prestigious job, and having all of the trappings that feed people's egos, like living in the right place or having the right spouse or whatever. But most often, and a lot of times, supply for a narcissist comes in the form of something much darker, much deeper, much worse, and that is devaluing people, debasing people, treating people poorly, because then they have that sense of control. But every single narcissist has something inside of them that is what we call narcissistic injury. And something inside of them says, I'm not good. If you were able to peel it away in real time, in real form, you would peel away and you would see this tiny little scared child living inside of them. And that tiny little scared child, they feel that if somehow that they're exposed, they would almost die. They wouldn't have anything left of themselves. And so they protect that narcissistic injury at all costs. But if that narcissistic injury is tipped off in some ways, like rubbed on, then that triggers narcissistic rage. And as a divorce attorney, I have seen it many, many times. Regardless of whether they are doing the discarding or the other side is doing the discarding, during that discard phase, remember the relationship is love bomb, devalue, discard. And if you want to know more about that, check out my videos on love bombing, devaluing, and discarding. During that discard phase, you often see that narcissistic rage being triggered. And so that is one of the signs that a narcissist is actually losing control, is you see that rage come flying out. I literally just settled a case that, you know, the wife, I'm representing the wife, the husband is a clearly malignant narcissist. And if you want to know more about malignant narcissists, check out my video on the most dangerous type of narcissist. He just would rage and just drive everybody crazy. They act like 2-year-olds having tantrums, but they're, you know, grown adults. And so you know that they're losing control because they act like that to try to gain control back over the situation. Sort of like how a 2-year-old has a tantrum, hoping that they'll get control over their parents that way. You know, in a 2-year-old's mind, if I fall on the floor and I scream loud enough and I scream hard enough, my parents will give in and give me what I want. And so that's what a narcissist does. It's the same exact thing. It's really the same exact mentality. And so what happens is with the 2-year-old, if the parents keep giving into these tantrums, then the next time it happens, the 2-year-old goes, well, they gave in last time, so this time all I need to do is cry louder, cry harder, cry longer, and they will eventually give me exactly what I want. And so the same thing happens here. So one of the ways that you know for sure that a narcissist is starting to lose control is you see that narcissistic rage come flying out. Another way that you know that a narcissist is starting to lose control is that they start to devalue you. You know, well, obviously, you know, you are a horrible mother or you're a deadbeat dad. They're going to start to say things like, to trigger you. One of the things when you're dealing with a narcissist is they're really, really good at reading people. That's how they were able to love bomb you in the first place, especially if it's been a romantic relationship. Let's say it's been your husband, your wife, your spouse, your partner in some way, and this person has been with you for a long period of time. They really, really know what your weaknesses are. They know what's going to trigger you. So you'll start to hear them say things to get control back over you, and they hit you in ways that they know are going to hurt you the most. So, you know, I'm taking your children away. You're never going to see them again. I'm not paying you a penny of alimony. You'll be living on the street. Food stamps for you, homeless shelter, you know, things like that. And if you have seen a narcissist rage on and you know that they're just doing it to try to control you again, give me a not allowing it in the comments. When they start to lose control, they start to either devalue you by saying, I'm going to take all of these things, so they try to exert some kind of coercive control over you in that way, or they try to love bomb you and they go, oh, come on, you don't want to act like this. You're really overblowing this. This is too much. You know, you should, let's just talk. You know that we can talk. Oh, how come you want to use that crazy co-parenting app? That's so hard. That's ridiculous. We don't need that. So they kind of go back into that phase of, you know, maybe trying to woo you or use their charisma to get you back. So you'll see them using whatever it was that got them into their web of control in the first place. They go back to that. So if you are dealing with a narcissist and you're getting ready to negotiate with a narcissist, go ahead and grab my free Crush My Negotiation Prep Worksheet. You can get it at the link below or just go to winmynegotiation.com and it'll be all yours. And if you want more support, you're dealing with the narcissist, there's nobody else in your world that you can go to, talk to, vent to, come on over and join me in my free private Facebook group. It's called Narcissist Negotiators with Rebecca Zung, and you can join us at the link below there as well. If you like this video, give it a like, give it a share, drop me a comment. I want to know that you were here. I want to talk to you. I want to see you in the comments. And if you haven't subscribed, now is a perfect time to do that. It's so easy. You just hit the subscribe button and hit that notification bell. I'm Rebecca Zung. I am so glad that you're here. I am so glad that you stopped by my channel. And remember that today is a great day to start negotiating your best life. I'll see you in the next video.